In our series, The New Normal, we look at how the pandemic is dramatically changing our everyday lives. And this morning, we're focusing on some of the shortages, many of them unexpected, that have emerged as Americans spend more time at home and more time turning to DIY projects. Vladimir Duthiers has been tracking some of the items that have become hard to find.
Welcome to Maryland.
Armel Posey is driving back to Maryland from Pennsylvania. 2-hour journey with his brother Yacent in search of lumber. That's right, lumber.
It's kind of frustrating having to drive around, not being able to find what you need.
Frustrating because of this, a fencing that's still unfinished.
I'm at Home Depot. You can see most of the shelves are empty.
And lumber nowhere to be found.
To build a fence or a deck, it technically takes me 2 or 3 days if I have everything that I need. So far, I'm about 2 weeks, and I'm still not done yet.
All over the country, the need for lumber is on the rise as restaurants are turning sidewalks and parking spots into outdoor dining havens. The wood is not the only item flying off the shelves.
I'm trying to get a new bike, and they told me I'd have to pre-order. It would be at least September.
High demand, but short supply, as customers lined up at this bike shop in Dallas even before store hours.
Certainly, we have seen demand spike in a way that I've never witnessed in my 18 years here.
From pools of all sizes.
I have a 2-year-old at home, just trying to survive.
To coins, aluminum cans, and even puppies. There has been a nationwide shortage of some very unexpected items.
The coronavirus certainly has played a role, but I think customer behavior has also played a role.
Sunil Chopra is a professor at Northwestern University.
What COVID-19 has done is provide a shock to the system that these manufacturers did not anticipate.
Absolutely. It's provided a demand shock to the systems. People who otherwise would not have bought those puzzles are buying puzzles now. Same thing with exercise equipment. So you have a sudden surge in demand, which most suppliers are just not prepared for.
A recent survey found that 97% of organizations reported a disruption due to the pandemic. Fewer supplies combined with a boom in demand.
Everybody being home, they want to build decks, so anything that was in there is now gone.
Are those projects really enough to fundamentally change the supply chain?
In the long term, no, because we are only going to do so many projects over the long term. But in the short term, this does cause significant disruption.
A disruption that Armel and his brother now have to deal with as they continue their cross-state pursuit for that perfect backyard.
If I had to do this again, most likely I would take my time and put together or assemble everything that I need before starting. It's kind of defeating the purpose of having your privacy fence if you don't complete the whole thing.
I spoke to some restaurant owners over the weekend where they have built those extensions with lumber. Took them weeks to procure from multiple suppliers. Tony, with more and more restaurants opting for outdoor dining just to survive this pandemic, the demand for those wooden planks and that fencing will keep going higher and higher.
Yeah, the demand for the planks and the fencing will go higher and higher, as well as demand for the parking places that used to be where the fencing now is. So, one shortage leads to another. Scarce resources in city living, but such is life, Vlad. Very interesting piece. I was surprised to see so many shortages, particularly of exercise equipment, because I'm as lazy as ever. Thank you very much.